Well, he's something, man. He wants to make them believe it's all us.
Yeah. And he has a gentleman, and whenever they discuss the medical, whatever, and the lady outside, oh, he goes to my cousin. I didn't know if he had this condition. So I got another committee assigned.
That can happen anywhere, though. He'd have to really be by himself.
My family is somebody gonna do the phone.
Hey, Craig, how you doing?
That's true. I know. And we need to do that.
Yeah.
Do you want me to
Find out what it is.
That'll work.
So he told me as soon as he gets it, he's not gonna send anything, he will send by mail, he's gonna email me immediately and say, hey, you got it.
Jamie on that?
That's
Take 2 days to have a meeting.
What's
Well, I
that?
have to have it 24 hours notice.
Are you giving money for that?
Advertisement in the paper.
Oh, yeah.
Can't tell which direction the money's going. I can't tell if it's an invoice or
That's the trouble with the mail.
I know, I just hear about that.
Three different agents.
To myself, I said, I can't believe
We
it.
could have went the first time.
Shit they talk on here. This is the airport authority.
Right after that.
Chamber, Monkey Chamber.
Yeah, I was hoping y'all get
And
Greg
the
on
other
there. See
one
if Greg
is somebody else. Yeah.
We should have called me before. He, I didn't know.
Never heard of that.
I couldn't do it. I'd like to call the committee meeting of the police jury to order. Today's date is February 5th, 2026, 4 p.m. Please stand for the opening prayer followed by the pledge. Please bow your heads. Lord, we ask for your guidance today as we gather to serve the good people of Avoyelles Parish. We pray for wisdom, patience in our discussions, and unity in our purpose. We pray that you let us act with integrity, compassion, and respect for all. In your name we pray. Amen.
Darryl, can we say a moment of silence for the swine?
Sure. Well,
Flag? Pledge allegiance to the
flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
okay, we'll start with delegations. First up, we have Judge Brew.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and it's good to be here. And we have a project that we need the police jury's help with here in the building. It's on the 3rd floor, in particular the hallway. It's a lot of traffic up there. It's got some carpeting that we put in years ago, and it served its purpose, but we can't shampoo it no more. It's in deplorable condition. It was really not the floor. Don't put carpet there again. It does not need carpet. You can't clean it. You can't keep it up. It's too many people, too many spills.
Judge, the only thing is that, when we did it, they said that everybody walking in the hallway makes so much
factor,
noise.
yeah. Well, let me say this. It probably was terrazzo to begin with,
Right.
which is not a carpet,
Yeah.
okay?
Right.
Now, actually, if you wanted to, historical preservation wise, you want to put terrazzo, it would be what the building was, always was.
Well, that's what's under there.
Yeah, well, if it's good and can be cleaned, it's much better than what we got there.
Might be.
Because you can't keep up carpet in that location. It's
Judge, I did have a few people come out to look at it. They're in the process of doing some quotes right now, estimates.
oh wonderful.
And they said that they could put,
Cushion
like
down there or
a
something.
hard, not a hardwood, but similar to wood, not
Uh-huh.
snap in. But they said it would not make noise because they're gonna lay it so close to the subfloor.
Well, and let me say this: they do make a commercial grade. It's not real wood, but it's a commercial grade, look like wood.
That's
That
it.
and if it's got a padding on it that'll absorb the noise, will be much better. It may cost a little more to do it, but in the long run, you won't have to shampoo it. You won't have to pay labor to shampoo it, rent a machine, and when it's done, take it up and redo it. Or let me say this: I don't know what's under there. if that old terrazzo's good, it can
It
be,
is.
and can be polished and cleaned, that's 100% better than what's there.
But there's a lot of.
might be a lot of
glue
work
on it.
involved. What's that?
There's a lot of glue from the park, a lot of glue from
your
where they
closet.
laid the squares.
Well, once we start, we take it off and see what's there.
Regardless, we need to do something with the carpet.
Yeah, it does. And let me say this, in the big courtroom, it really, it's at a point, it needs help, not up at where the lawyers are and everything, but where the general public sits,
Traffic.
that the floor is chipped away. Now, I don't know if it's concrete, if it can be patched and painted, fine, patch and paint it, but it's not kept up. And that's our big courtroom, we have public gatherings there. Let's smooth it out and make it look where it can be cleaned and look like somebody cares and keeps it up,
Like every 99 years.
1927.
Yes, right.
It's a 1927 building.
Yes, that's right. That's
Judge, what
right.
about the paint? Like
Well,
Yeah, that's
we
what
had
we're
talked
gonna.
about the walls, Mr. Martin.
well, in the hallways need a lot of the tile
yes.
needs replacing, and from the air conditioner. And I mean, I know that when they did the big courtroom, they had some special tiles that were ordered. They're beautiful ceramic tiles, and I know we have them still. They've been located, I think. We need to replace those, but the thing is, we can't replace them if we're going to have another air conditioner leak. And they've been replaced once or twice already with what we had left over. I don't want to lose what we got because we'll never match that again. But it needs to be replaced. But we need to stop the air conditioning from doing what it's doing.
Okay.
But anyway, there's some good things to do about painting, and the hallways is really the worst thing.
Yep.
But the floor in the open area where the public sits in the big courtroom has never, in 20-something years, it ain't been touched. Maybe longer.
It's a good thing, not here, except when the jail was up there.
Oh yeah, with the leaks and stuff coming through. Yeah,
Sewage
Well,
and everything coming down.
yeah. Well, I understand.
Jamie's got some quotes on you, and I guess Mark, stay, keep us informed, but we'll see.
And,
We got
I've
some
been,
other things to
like to
talk about
communicate
down
with
there,
y'all,
so.
because and I thank y'all, and we do need some help. Thank y'all, and any other questions? All right, well, thank y'all very much.
Hey, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, thank you. Oh, she's not well, but thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next we have Miss Mary Pryor. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you had a great day. It's no reason for me being here today. The issue I have is not about scamming anybody. It's about protection of me as a person. Not only me, but the residents of Avoyelles Parish. This is about an incident that happened in October, and here we are in February, and it still hasn't been issued. I see I'm on the agenda, and as far as I can read to the best of my ability, it has been denied. That's okay. I'm a big girl. So when I brought the issue to the people I thought was going to support me, and whether right or wrong, support me, tell me the truth. This is all about lies, not answering phone calls, not saying to themselves, for the position they hold, let's solve this. I was told I have 3 minutes to say what I have to say. There's no way I can say all that is going on within the library system in Avoyelles Parish in Mansura, Louisiana. So I will make it a point, as long as God give me breath, to be at the next board meeting that actually support the library system. It's all about, on October the 21st, I drove my car to the library. My car was fine. I came out. My windshield was cracked. Something happened. And when I went to the source that would be able to help me, I said, I didn't say anything about money. I said, do you guys have cameras? nobody knew. And then they came forth with, oh, well, we do have cameras, but they're only in the inside. That was another lie. Mansura does not have cameras to the best of my knowledge, and that's what they told me. So I said, okay, what are we going to do about it? And every question that I asked, I had to put forth effort to ask it. And then it was like, okay, she's just making noise. Let's sweep it under the rug. That's not the source. I'm not only thinking of myself because I utilize the library. I'm thinking about the parents or the elderly people that may be dropped off, that they are protected. And at this point, they're not. So with this being said, I'm not going to wait. Whoever works with the library, you will see me again. Because I promise, as long as I have breath in my body and I'm able to stand, I'm able to have a voice, I will make sure you do what you're supposed to do. And if this is under funding, we have a representative that goes to Washington, Daryl Dishotel. Why aren't we see he goes around, he talks about Baton Rouge. Why can't he talk about Avoyelles Parish? He can help us, our children, our grandchildren the same way.
Okay,
But we have to say something about
your
it.
3 minutes is up. I think the gist of it is you'd like to see some cameras at the library.
I'm hard of hearing, sir.
I said your 3 minutes is up, so I'm trying to summarize. You would like to see some cameras at the library, is what you?
No, I would definitely like to see some, because if I was trying to scam somebody else since October and me working diligently with it, I'm underpaid.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. All right. Well, I don't think anybody thinks you're trying to scam us. Okay. I don't think that's true. So don't say that. I don't think anybody up here.
Well, and I'm saying,
Go ahead. I'm gonna let the DA, and then we need to move on.
When you see denied on the agenda, denied, that means as of now it's denied. You have a right to ask for it. Okay, then they're gonna ask for legal opinion, and I'm gonna give the same legal opinion that I gave to you. It doesn't, that's why you're here. I told you, if you wanna make a claim to the police jury, you have to be here for that. So don't leave. Okay, and we can discuss it further, but if we don't have proof of who did it, we can't blame the library
and
for it.
You know, Mr. Rivers, if we had cameras, this wouldn't be a question, because we
You're
could
right.
pull the
I
footage.
agree with you, and I think that's what the president's talking about, that the main thing is that they don't have cameras that work on the outside of the library, and I agree with you. Cameras have helped us solve many, many problems, including around this courthouse, including the DA's office. So it'd be nice if they did.
So you're saying now what?
I'm saying now that the reason it says denied on there is because up until this point it has been denied. But they have to vote if you request that they vote on how to handle it. But I've told you what my legal opinion is. We don't disbelieve that your window had a crack in it. So we don't think that you're scamming. No, ma'am.
Evidence
Evidence of what?
of a crack.
No, we believe you. We believe there's a crack. But for the police jury to pay for a crack on your windshield, there has to be proof. If they had a camera, then we would know if it was a third party that caused it, or if a nut fell out of the tree and caused it.
Okay, so but at this time, who's at fault? Is I'm fault
No,
because
you're not
you
at
don't
fault.
have a camera? Because
No, ma'am,
when
you're not
I
at
made
fault.
the accusation, I didn't say anything about funding. I didn't say
Right,
anything.
I understand.
I said I wanted
What you brought up to me was that you thought that because it happened at the library should be responsible. But if a car passed by and ricocheted a rock from the street into your windshield,
Okay,
Then
but
that's-
then if we had cameras, we would
Right,
know.
and that's solved it, but not having cameras doesn't make them responsible. It's a good suggestion, and I like the fact that you wanna encourage them to get cameras.
Okay,
And
so
hopefully they will.
then, can I hang around and
Yeah,
see
just-
what the vote is?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
There's no
you.
vote,
Thank you.
there's no vote today.
There's no vote today, but Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you're gonna make them motion today, huh?
Yeah.
You're discussing it.
Yeah, we're discussing
The
it,
final vote is Tuesday,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
But it's already on the agenda.
yeah,
You have somebody to put it on the agenda, so it's gonna be on the
I
agenda.
understand, but
all right.
tell them we're discussing it tonight.
We'll move on to the reports, committee reports. First up, financial report, Ms. Wiley.
Good evening, everyone, afternoon, hope everybody's doing okay. We have our standard report that I usually give. It's early in the year, so there's not too much activity. But I'd like to talk about our closing for 25. In December, the police jury collected $2,018,694 in ad valorem taxes. Road District 2 collected $736,963.13 during that same period. In December, the 1% sales tax generated $427,806.89. 25% of those funds were deposited into Road and Bridge, and 75% of those same funds were allocated to solid waste. Our general fund has a cash balance of $435,000, which allows us to continue our operations, meet our obligations, and address any unexpected needs. So overall, we're pretty stable. I mean, there's nothing really going on. It's pretty early on in the year, so we're operating within our means. You know, be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for Ms. Wiley?
And the other balances, I'm sorry, are on the back sheet. And everything's pretty much the same. Nothing's changed. They all pretty much stay around the same amount with exception to the general fund. And that's doing really well at this point.
Jimmy, the road district hasn't been updated yet? Is it 85,000?
No, I probably didn't, Jacob. We had so much going on today with the auditors, but it is.
I was here for a minute. I
yeah.
got you.
But you do have your,
Okay.
so you can take the
Yeah.
736 and add it to
Okay.
that.
The
And I think
game,
I gave you a copy of the bank
Yeah.
statement, so,
I make sure.
the game and mitigation
uh-huh.
is 261.
Yes,
Was
sir.
that an account that had 300,000 in it?
It was, but it's not a separate account, Mr. Benson. It's in the general fund, so it's not designated for a special use
But
per
we
se.
used some of the money.
Yes, sir.
When did that come in?
We used 39,000.
It's
That's been
nothing
over a
that-
period of time.
It's nothing that came in. It's
That-
just
that-
an
I thought that
account.
was like a rainy day fund.
No, sir. Whatever the general fund has, and that's part of the general fund, so you can't say I'm just using general fund money, you're actually using these other little funds.
But we never used
sub-funds.
that money before.
You use it all the time.
No,
because it's in a-
$300,000, we had never used it.
But so you do use it every day. You use
It
it
was
every.
always a balance of $300,000,
I understand, but you do
and it
use
was
it.
never used.
But you use it every day because it's part of the general fund, so you can't just carve that out and say, okay, this is for gaming.
But I
Because-
could go and show you years that it was $300,000 and the money was never
understand.
used.
I understand that. But at the same time, this is not a separate account, is what I'm telling you. It's not set aside like Road District 2. It's not set aside like library. And maybe that's my error. I shouldn't probably separate that. I probably need to combine it with the general fund because it is kind of misleading in a sense that you think it's a
But
separate.
You saying
It's
it's
earmarked.
You saying it's in the general fund?
Yes, sir, but I
It's
I
what-
put it there for a reason, but it's not to be mistaken as a separate account. All of these other numbers that you're seeing are separate funds in the general fund.
But I've seen where the general fund has had
One of
less
the
than,
problems is, we went a 12-year period where they didn't pay any of it, okay, they paid zero. So the police jury made a decision to not
Use it all.
for the budget process. Now we're
Yes.
collecting it fairly regularly,
what?
the gaming mitigation fund. It doesn't come every 3
No.
months. It's supposed to come every 3 months.
We used, the $300,000, it was a fund that we got once a year, when they had,
It was-
when they
no.
made
It
money.
has not, no,
It's never
sir.
been consistently 300,000.
No,
There's
sir.
been sometimes where we got
No, sir.
150,000, sometimes,
Yeah,
so we got a little bit
began-
more.
At the beginning, there was millions.
Yeah, at the beginning it was $1 million,
Yeah.
right? But they more, built the hotel.
Kinda like a CD
So you
now.
might look at general fund today and it's 435, but next month it might be 150. And then the gaming mitigation money might start going down because it's all part of one fund and it's not designated like road and bridge, solid waste, drainage, health unit.
There was a time, a long time ago, when they were paying $1 million a year, and it was pretty much accurate that it would be $1 million, but they dedicated
The roads.
building roads.
Yep.
And they not more, borrowed for a 10-year period.
I see what he's asking.
Paid it off with that gaming
But it,
mitigation.
and I'm gonna take it off because it
But I
kinda
wish,
looks like
I
it's
wish I
separate,
could
but
say
it's
that
not.
it came like that.
It's
Yeah,
earmarked.
That fund had been $300,000.
It was, absolutely. Mr. Charles, it was. But as you know, you take in money, you push money out. You take it in, you push it out. And whatever point it starts eating into the general fund balance, I have no idea. But that's just the process. It's a big organization. We expend a lot, we take money in, so it's constantly moving. It's like trying to paint a moving train. You're never gonna do it, because it's constantly moving.
I see what Clyde's asking. So game mitigation general fund was earmarked for the past probably year or so about $300,000. But we use money.
It's not earmarked.
It's not like the library.
It was a fund they put aside and never used it.
But it's all in the same account. It's all general fund account.
Right,
No.
because your general fund is in
Yeah.
one account, and you'll have to show where it comes from. But, I mean, if it says 300,000, doesn't mean we got 300,000 last quarter. Because we get money every quarter from that fund,
So
which, and I don't think it grows, I don't know why you have it in.
it's not.
I don't know.
And I'm taking it out because I think it's
Yeah.
creating a big issue and it's not. It's not.
All right.
Because I've had this discussion before about it going from 300 to another number, but I can only give you what the report
We
says.
get the last quarter, remember? It says an example.
I don't know, because here's what happens when you pull a trial balance, and that's how I'm getting these numbers. There's a net fund balance. There's an asset balance. And these numbers are taken straight from that report. So there's nothing, there's nothing
I see.
taken out of this gaming mitigation. It's not like it's a separate account that we're writing a check from. It's part of the general fund. So all I'm gonna do is condemn this line and add that amount to general.
So you've separated it in the past, Jamie, just to give them an idea,
Mhm.
so they would know all along how much
Correct.
money y'all were continuing to get
Correct.
in gaming, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
But it's general
But it's not
fund money,
separate,
period.
yes.
So when you're showing it on the sheet, you're showing 435 in the general fund, and then you're showing 261 in gaming mitigation.
Mhm.
Is that two separate amounts?
You can put them together because that's what it means.
You could put them together and it'd be 435
It'll be 435 plus
Plus 261.
261.
plus 261.
Yep. But for tracking,
So
but
we was gonna,
to keep it clean when you're reporting, you put it in that separate fund code. That way, if you're asked, hey, how much did we get and how much did you give? Well, here it is. So,
I don't think we get much, no.
no, we're not. But I'm taking this off because I don't
I
want
think
it
you
to
consolidate with
continue
general fund at the top of there.
Yeah,
Be,
gonna add it.
cleaner.
to
You're
it.
gonna take,
I'm just gonna take those two amounts and put them together.
yeah,
Cleaner.
Yeah.
So general fund might be down next month, but then, it's gonna come together and be just one amount. So,
And that's what's confusing.
yeah, I'm gonna take it off. That way it'll alleviate this from happening and it'll be pretty clear.
All right. We good? Anybody else? All right, moving on, OSEP, Mr. Franks.
The veterans, Mr. Cedric called me, and I got a call last Friday. He had a problem with his internet and stuff was not hooked up. I thought everything was good. I talked to him beginning of week before that, but anyway, it's all hooked up now. Everything's good in his office. Only problem, he called me this afternoon around 3 o'clock. He had a client in his office, and the client overheard some conversation that was being said which is violates HEPA and of what was being said in the office. I'm asking if I can get some prices on possibly doing some type of foam insulation to keep the, from anybody else hearing what he's doing, unless you have another idea.
So somebody heard it in another office?
Speaks
And
off.
the lady was outside, the other client was outside waiting, and she heard what,
They were talking about in his office?
correct.
And the door was closed and everything, but she was.
Yes,
still
ma'am,
open.
yes, it was coming through the wall, that's what he told me today. I wasn't there, I can't answer, but that's what, and I'm just bringing it to the jury so y'all want a good price on, the only thing I know is possibly some foam insulation rather than pulling all the paneling down and doing.
Is that about around the door?
Yeah, but where would you put the foam?
Put a towel on
Put
the
it
floor.
from the top coming down. It's a suspended ceiling. Yes, sir, suspended ceiling. So,
That's that gap.
Who was
And-
in there
and,
before?
you know.
Who y'all have in that office before?
Faith
Probation
House.
and parole?
Do,
and over here at your office,
That was pretty,
Wait,
yeah,
talking about where
he's at.
he's claiming you can hear,
Yeah.
somebody outside heard his conversation with the client.
and that person told you that?
No, he called me and told
He
me.
told you that
Yes,
person said that.
that's correct. He called me himself and told me that.
I'll tell you something, I got that insulated very well, and I have heavy doors. I don't ever hear anybody talking out of that door.
Okay.
I walk down that hall every day.
I'm just telling you what was reported to me, and I'm just bringing it to the,
Yeah.
you know.
Duly noted.
So.
Maybe they talk too loud. If I holler
That-
from
well-
the room, they'll hear me.
And I mean, that might be the problem, because, veterans are old, maybe they don't hear. So,
Well, Joey,
I was just wondering if maybe, someone could go in the office.
Yeah.
what I was gonna say, go try it out. Go yourself and try it out. Take somebody with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
If
Go-
it's an
go-
issue, then it's an issue. If it's
Go
not, it's not.
investigate and come back and tell us what you think might help alleviate the problem.
and I'll let y'all know something Tuesday on that.
Okay.
We dodged the ice storm. We did very well, I think. The good Lord was definitely with us compared to what we have up north. About 11 o'clock that morning, I looked, we had over 11,000 people out in Avoyelles Parish of electricity. By 8 o'clock that night, we had 5 between Entergy, Slimco, and Clico. So they really, our electric company really did a good job on restoring our electrical. That's about, all I have. Tomorrow I'll have a Region 6 meeting in Baton Rouge,
What time?
so 10 o'clock.
How about, Joey,
I'm sorry, next Tuesday, I'm sorry.
how about the homeless people?
Oh, the shelters, I can tell y'all some stories about shelters. They're not shelters, they're warming stations. We had one in Bunkie, one in Cottonport, one in Marksville, and one in Moorville. The one in Moorville didn't have any clients. In Bunkie, we had an issue, a lady or a man, whatever, went in the restroom and couldn't hold their bowels and went everywhere. I mean, it was disastrous. Okay? We had the same problem in Cottonport that I was told from Mr. Kenner. Then we had people coming off the street in Marksville, taking the water and the blankets and, so I mean, I don't know how you control that.
Dealing with the blankets?
Yeah. But,
They're supposed to use the
anyway,
blankets at the
yeah,
women's center.
that's right. But I mean, the women's shelters, they really did well. We had 2 people throughout the weather in Marksville. We had 4 in Bunkie. The 3 days they were open in Cottonport, they had 4. So I mean, it was, now, whether they're homeless or not, I know the 2 that, that did this in Bunkie, they're not homeless. They came there to stay, to get away from their house, so they were not homeless. But anyway.
No deaths?
No, sir, we had no weather-related deaths. We had some deaths, but it was not weather-related.
Y'all didn't have no problem?
Feet were a little slippery, I mean, in some areas, but
Thank God the rain stopped when it stopped.
It stopped, I mean, it perfectly, the timing was perfect, gave it a bit of time to defrost, and then the cool weather came in and, you know, froze everything. So we were very fortunate with that.
All right, any other questions for Joe? Thanks, sir.
Thank y'all.
All right, road, bridges, drainage, Mr. Boydell.
Hello, everybody. I'll start off on the ice storm. Everybody should have been included in the group text. We worked Sunday and Monday. We did work a lot with Clico and Energy, clearing trees with them, and the new safety packs that y'all allowed us to buy last year came in very handy on Monday. I went in on a road, had a live wire in it, and you really could hardly see the service wire. And Energy was not aware of it. It was peeled across the road, but when the branch fell, it brought it down from the other side of the road. So we were able to take a rubber wand and move it out of the way, and the guys cleared the edge of the road. So if it saved anybody's life, it might have been mine.
I was on
Kim
my
Rush.
district.
Kim Rush, yes, sure was. But we really didn't have that many calls. We ended up working with Energy and Clico, just as much as what the calls that came in. I encourage everybody again, when somebody calls you about a tree down, when we had those storms, just take the call, call us, whatever, but tell them to call 911. Right? 911, the dispatchers know what questions to ask the people, you know.
Kevin, excuse me 1 second. Instead of calling 911, I have another number.
4,000.
Keeping the 911 lines open.
Okay.
It's, you know, but not emergency. It's down, it's sparking, it's fire.
Yeah.
What's the number?
It's down. 318-253-4081. Cool.
That may be the one that I call all the time.
And that's, I mean,
Take
I have
me
it.
straight to dispatch.
Correct.
Yeah.
They answer, but in case they're on a 911 call,
Yeah.
there's only 2 dispatchers.
Yeah. If we can
It is.
put that on
Bad weather, I put out
Facebook
with that.
and everything else, but the dispatchers know the questions to ask. The main one is, any life-threatening things going on right there. Whenever they call us, they relay us all those messages. So we may be on a tree on one road and they'll call us about something else. We may drop halfway of that tree and go run over there and take out, you know. We only had a few, trees that were, blocking on some dead-end roads, and we got those cleared pretty quick Sunday. So everything went well. We're still picking up trees and branches. Now, we're having a few people call us. Like yesterday, we had one call. Maybe today, I don't know. I wasn't in there a whole lot, but call us on roads where we've already picked everything up on that road, and then they brought branches out of their yard to the roadway. You know, we'll try to go back and pick up those branches, but it won't be right now. We're gonna run the roads where we got all the big piles and everything else. You know, your guy, that called, we had already run the road, but we'll go back and try to catch it,
My
you
guy,
know,
which guy was that?
on Gum Ridge.
Oh, he ain't called me.
Yeah, we just picked up the day before.
No, but he ain't called me.
Okay.
The only guy that called me,
Oh, I'm sorry, Joey called me on Gum Ridge. It's his district.
the only guy that called me was the guy that said he gave y'all a 10 plus out of 10
Yeah,
for the work y'all did over there.
yeah, we did have one
And the
yesterday.
only call I got was a good
Uh,
call.
2 districts,
Huh?
2 districts.
Yeah, but this one here was in District 5. But anyway, once we were on a road, we'll go back and try to help those people out since it was a disaster. And, but it won't be right away, you know. Our beaver trappers came in, and I told y'all that last meeting came in on New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. They trapped the month of January and then pulled out right at the end of January to go back to the state of Iowa. They caught 58 beavers total. Yeah, 58 total caught and killed.
How much we pay a beaver?
$45. So
Are they done, Kevin?
they went back to Iowa.
Are they coming back? Are they?
They'll be back next year. They usually try to come in somewhere around December.
Yeah, I
This
thought they
year were a
stayed
little
through
later.
February.
Yeah, this year they were a little later coming in.
Kevin, if a resident kills a beaver, how do they get paid? Do they bring
Well,
it
he
home?
needs to get a contract with me before he
Okay.
before he goes into all that. Yeah, before he starts, you know. And we're trying not to. Somebody runs over one on the highway. It's a little different. But I did sign up another trapper, we'll see how he does. He's friends with the guys from Iowa, so. Been working hard on that bill grant thing. I think I've talked with every juror. Every juror was happy with the wish list that we turned in, and Delta is gonna update y'all on that. We've been working hard on the drainage on the treasure roads that are coming up. Bids will be taken next week. Made a lot of progress on Business Loop. I think we have one culvert left to change on Business Loop, and then we'll move to reshade and go back and do some more drainage on the outskirts on Business Loop. White goods trailer was ordered, so we're looking at about another 3-4 weeks before it comes in. I've got pot patcher prices in, was waiting to try to get at least one more. But apparently I thought there was at least 2 or 3 companies that built them, but apparently not. There's only one that I found so far that's on state contract. And this is the one, the prices I've got, so. Any questions? Quiet. All right, thank y'all.
Thank you. Next up, Mr. McDaniel, permits.
For January, we had a total of 175 permits, 9 new construction, 36 purchase homes, 8 mobile homes, 46 rentals, 29 electrical. We have a lot of cell towers around the parish getting upgraded with new antennas and generators, so we had 3 of those, and 42 contractor renewals and 2 home generators. I did get an email today that I talked to Kevin about 2 possible projects for fiber optic in the parish. So we're looking at that, just waiting for a set of plans. And then our next planning commission meeting is February 25th.
All right.
Questions?
Thank you.
Thanks.
The plans that they sent us for looks like everything is across the river and then the Bellevue area.
Fifth Ward area. I talked to the CEO yesterday.
Okay.
It should happen, he said, by the end of the year, they should have it all
I think that's about the last part of Paris.
Dinner, I think so. Yes, sir.
All right. Hello, Miss Danielle.
Hello. I don't have a whole lot for the month of January. We still have 127 tenants. We didn't have any new tenants come onto the program. We had 1 initial inspection, and that was just from a tenant that transferred to a different unit. We have 3 vouchers out. We did 6 annual inspections. I did 7 interims, 8 recertifications. I have on there 2 transfers, but I think it was only 1. And that's it.
Okay. Any questions for Daniel? All right, thank you. Miss Candy, library.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Last January, in terms of checkouts, we had 1,492 physical books. Checkout, 1,196 ebooks and audiobooks checked out for a total of 2,688 checkouts. In terms of interlibrary loans, where we borrow from library to library anywhere in the state, we had 36. Computer usage, that was 424 uses branch-wide. Program and community engagement, we had a total of 6 programs for the month of January with a total of 58 attendees. That includes early learners, young adults, and adults. Facilities updates. The last time I spoke at the last month's meeting, I let you guys know that I had to bring it to the library board for our quote for new meeting room furniture for our Marksville branch. And we've been approved by the board, and so it will be 3 to 4 weeks before that new meeting room furniture comes in. And they'll assemble it on site, and we look forward to having more modern, more functional furniture that is also ADA compliant. We did, that's not to say that our old furniture isn't, it's run its course. The capital projects, that renovation for Marksville branch, exterior. I've already begun the process of contacting local contractors. Can I get some bids, some quotes? So far, I'm looking forward to hearing from them in the upcoming week. Once we do get a good amount of quotes, at least 3 of them, we'll bring it to our board, and they'll choose the contractor, and we'll go from there. Technology updates, iConvergence. They're doing all of our E-rate Category 2 services for our internet infrastructure. That's our wireless, our switches, everything we need to make our internet faster. The completed branches so far are Borlandville, Bunkie, Cottonport, Effie, and Fifth Ward. The remaining branches are Mansour, Moorville, Marksville headquarters, which is 90% complete, and Simsport. And speaking of technology, I'd like to have to clarify. We do have cameras at all of our branches. We do have cameras on the inside of our branches. Some on the outside, some on the inside. Mansour branch does not have an outside camera. However, when this issue was brought to me back in October, I took note of it. I got with our camera guy, Mr. Stevie. He's getting me a quote together. However, it will be a big hassle while we have E-rate coming through, iConvergence coming through, and they're doing the cable in the switches. It has to wait right now. So once they're complete, we can go in and all those cameras that do not, branches that do not have outside cameras, we can get those installed. That is very much on my as soon as possible agenda to do, but it's a process, and I have to take the appropriate steps. I would like to bring one more thing up. I brought in some invoices to the police jury, and where they were for our Xerox printers, and it had gone into default status. I'd like to clarify something a big issue that happened. We used to get these invoices in the mail to the library. We code them, bring them in. Then they switched over to paperless. Okay, that's fine. But they were sending to an old director's email that wasn't even me. I had to call them personally, talk to them. Ladies and gentlemen, I pride myself being able to speak some different languages. Hindi ain't one of them. I can't tell you anything but beyond maybe not Kanye. My name is Kennedy. I spoke to Ms. Varma. English is not the best. I've had to haggle. Panama over the phone, however you do that. But we got it straight. And matter of fact, I followed up with them this morning to make sure that we were not no longer in default status. So I just want to clarify that to everyone. Does anyone have any questions for me?
Miss Candy, the updated Simsport with the wall and the conference room.
Yes, so I actually was on site for Simsport branch to let them know that we have this big space in there. It's kind of being used as kind of just storage. I started cleaning all that out and noticed that we can use that as a conference room. So I let iConvergence know, hey, put some access points in here so that we can have the internet connection going. Once they do that, I can get some meeting room furniture for Simsport branch, and that room, make use of that room as a conference room.
All right. We do a timeline on that would be.
Well, we're scheduled to actually finish up with iConvergence next week. Everything stays on track, but then as with technology and all that, sometimes they have a little hang up. But they're pretty good about communicating with us. They've been awesome, excellent at communication. And I'm projecting that we will be complete next week. Any other questions?
Okay, do you need to clarify that advertising deal?
Okay, yes. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury and the public, let me clarify something. When I came by, when I gave my committee report last month, I said we were running 3,000 copies of our inserts in the Marksville Weekly News. 3,000 copies for $240. That was the agreement between us and the Marksville Weekly News. I would like to further clarify that we have a budget for marketing. And it's above $3,000. I do not think that there's an issue with investing in marketing. We have to expand our service. If we want people to know what it is that we do, we have to step our game up pretty much. And I kind of looked at some past cost-effective things we were using. You know, radio. We do our newsletters. We also print them out. It's available at any branch you can go to. They have newsletters. They print them for the patrons. But, you know, I wanted to do a little more to kind of expand our reach. I never thought it would be an issue.
You do believe we could ask questions about money you all spent, right?
Absolutely, because these are public funds. At the end of the day, I'm the steward of public funds and the steward of the public.
And at one time, when the library went out and spent amounts of money, it would come through the jury. and we would know about it.
That invoice for $240 has gone to, the PJ, I'm not
Well,
sure.
it's not 240, it's a 12-month subscription, isn't it? Didn't you say it was 240 a month?
No,
12
no,
months?
No. What am I talking about specifically are the newspaper inserts. We had 3,000 copies of them printed. Those inserts for the paper, and it was $240.
So it's a one-time.
It was one time.
Well, when I asked the question, you said it was 240 a month.
No, I'm
We
not.
go back
I'm
and
not
listen to the tape.
I'm not sure where
Yeah.
that misunderstanding came in. Matter of fact.
We go
if
back
you-
and listen to the tape.
If,
You said
if you guys would like, I can also email you another copy of last month's committee report, and that I always give to all the jurors.
But we go back and listen to the tape.
Right.
Because I remember when our specific action was the 240 a month, you said 240 for 12 months. Each month was 240. That was the understanding I had. It was 3,000 or something.
I pride myself on being a very good record keeper. And that's not, no offense to anyone here.
Oh, you
And I-
But you
my job.
you clarified it now, it was
Yes.
one time.
And then I don't.
Okay.
Didn't want to cause any misunderstandings whatsoever, and I apologize if there were any misunderstandings.
It happens.
Okay? Any other questions from the jury or the public? Thank you.
Thank you, Ken. All right, Mr. Barry's not here, huh?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, engineers, who, Mr. Ritt, go first.
Good evening, Mr. President, jurors, ladies and gentlemen. I have an engineering status report handed out to you. The first project on the roadways is the House bill money from 2024. We're still trying to get that worked out so we can get all our drawdown requests in. I also have a copy of a spreadsheet that we have where we made another budget adjustment, and we've moved some of the in-house engineering and observation costs out of the House bill money into the road and bridge fund. So there's a breakdown for each road, and it shows how much of the House bill money was spent and how much each road and bridge money from the road and bridge fund was spent on each roadway. I'm not sure, Mr. Darrell, if you want to go through that in detail, or?
No, they can look at it.
Okay. And the last sheet is just a summary of just the total expenditures, and it's a history of the funding adjustments. We've adjusted our funding for this program multiple times. We just did one recently, and I know that we need to get those drawdown requests in now that we have good numbers. On the second item is the road project for the House bill money for Richer Road and Business Loop. We'll be opening, which is advertising right now, we'll be opening bids at 10 a.m. on Tuesday, February 10th, here in this room.
No, I mean, the project, oversight committee needs to be 10 o'clock. We're gonna do it in the grand jury because auditors, but any juror can come, all right? But project
What time, when is that gonna be?
10 a.m.
What date?
Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, the 10th, 10 a.m. I just have it on the second floor,
That's fine.
so, but
Go to grand jury.
I thought we were gonna use this room. It doesn't make any difference. I'll stand out in the hall and direct everybody to the right room.
Y'all have anything going, nothing in the grand jury? Okay.
On the bridge projects, they're still moving along, but there's nothing new to report. Bridge inspections, same thing, nothing new to report on it. Multi-purpose and educational, the ballparks are being advertised right now. We're gonna open bids on it on March 30th. March 3rd, 2026. So we do have an advertisement out, and we do have a bid opening scheduled for March 3rd, 2026. And the rest of the funding and grants, nothing really changed. We're just still at the same level we were before. Any questions? Yes, sir.
If you don't mind, on item number 1, your first page, could you put in that Ed Carroll and Furman, put that on your list on engineering every month? you know, we have to go back and get that money together and then reappropriate again in some form of fashion. So that is part of that 2024 regular session money, right? You know,
Yes.
we still have that extra money that
Yes,
we're working on right now. If you don't mind, can you list that like for next month? Where
Yes,
we
sir, I can.
keep that up and just discuss
Okay.
it once a month?
Yeah, for Ed Care, you still have $91,413.77.
Yeah, I see it.
And Furman, $33,009.
I just wanted to make sure that we do something, bring it to the committee in Baton Rouge, legislative wise, whatever we have to do, and not miss a deadline. I don't want to lose that money. So,
What we can do is, once we have a successful bidder, we can, you and I can go look at the roads, see what you want done, with some of the items that we have, and see if we can change order in. Otherwise, we could look at doing a separate contract.
okay.
But if you have an idea of what you want to do with this money on those two roads, just let me know. We'll start putting together plans and specs. And
Cool, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
All right. Mr. Gibber?
Thank you, Bureau Orson. All right, I'm Jacob Giller with Delta Engineering Group. So, let's see. Okay, we got a couple things we're working on for you. One thing is the LGAP application for the 25-26 fiscal year that we opted to go with project to purchase stone. Those applications are due at the end of February. We're working on that one. And we're getting your representative and senator support letters. The other one is the CWEF application, which is Community Water Enrichment Fund. That's where we have requested the water districts in our parish to submit applications to the jury, which I sent you something yesterday evening. I don't know if y'all got it. If not, I have it here for us to review those projects. We've received 2 projects, one from Waterworks District Number 1 in Bourlandville and one from Ward 3 of Avoyelles Water District. I'll just wait until we get to that item to discuss it, so we did get 2 projects, both of them fit the program, and we can select one to apply for in February. Another project, our CDBG clearance program, me and Mr. Berry have spoke on this a time or so, and he's working to put together the houses that y'all want to condemn in the parish, and if y'all remember, those are due in December, so we have time, but he's starting to work and get that list together so we can pick which houses we want to do, and each juror, kind of like we talked about before, maybe 5 to 10 houses, and then we'll select some, and whatever we put in that application that's the ones we have to do, so we can't change it. Once it's set. The build grant, there is the federal money. We had the special meeting for this federal build grant that we can use to do roadway improvements in the parish. We are working on that. We have met with Kevin multiple times. He's been working with you all. Thank you for all the efforts y'all been putting in. Mr. Kevin for the efforts he's been putting in, really putting this project together quickly in this short time frame. And we got a list of roads. We got your priorities. We're right now narrowing it down to what fits the budget. And we're getting close on that as we're working on the extensive application, which if you see the NOFA, it's like 50-something pages. So it's got a lot of information that we need a lot of questions we need to answer, a lot of documents we need to prepare for the application. And then the last thing, this is just to give you an update because I know everybody's usually curious about it. The Avoyelles Parish School Board Community Education Center. We did submit the building permits yesterday with the approved fire marshal permits. The plan right now is that utility work, the gravity sewer, maybe even some drainage work may start next week, probably the sewer. The building slabs, the foundations, forming those up, we're hoping to start more towards the end of February, hopefully by then. Or APC has had a chance to review the plans and everything can start moving. And let's see, that's mainly it. We're working right now still to secure servitudes with Cleco and Evergreen Water System. For Cleco and Evergreen Water System from the Office of Juvenile Justice, but that's going to happen at the same time we're working. So as y'all may have seen out there, we've already done a lot of demolition work. We built the grade up for the building slabs. We put in dirt So it's all ready to move to the next step, and that should happen as early as next week. Some things happen. Do y'all have any questions on any of those items? Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. All right. That concludes our committee reports. Y'all free to leave if you need to go. So, all right, moving on to the business end.
April, we probably need to stay.
All right, first item on the agenda will be, we'll have a public hearing February 10th to close Levi Grimion during wet conditions. That'll be you?
Yeah, me and Alan, yeah.
Okay. Big Jacob. All right, next will be award bid to contractor for Treasure Road improvement, business loop and Riche Road. And like I said, the project oversight committee will meet at 10. And any juror is welcome to come. We'll open the bids then, and we'll meet in the grand jury room. All right, item 3, Mr. Franks.
Yes, Mr. President. This is probably pointed more towards Mr. Benson from the last meeting. I thank the library director for kind of clarifying once about how much money was spent of this $200 and something on 3,000 copies. It wasn't $3,000 at one time, okay? Furthermore, I'm not going to harp on that too much. I know where it's coming from. I do have a lot of budget experience, and I do own a business and run a business, and have for many years. I want to say also, at the end of that conversation of that library director, I'll tell you that the police jury, Mr. Benson, passed a budget at the beginning of December with every line item in it. It also passes for library, general fund, it passes for roads and bridges, solid waste, every single fund that we have. I do not see Kevin Borland. Do you come here and ask for $240 of gravel? No, you don't. Can you say it a little louder? And it's not, I'm getting on you. Okay. Because why, Mr. Kevin?
Not unless we're over budget.
Because you're within budget, right? So I don't want to harp no more longer. I was pointed out that I didn't know anything about budgeting.
No,
But listen, you did. And if you want to go back and record it, I'm not going to make a look.
That wouldn't say it.
I'm Mr. Clyde, yes. But anyway, you go. Furthermore, it was not that. And I wanted to get it put to the record. But we need to remember also, Mr. Benson, with all due respect, that's why we pass a budget in December for the next funding year or operating year. And these people should not be harassed as to, she has a $3,000 marketing budget. She spent $250, $260, whatever she spent. She can spend, we allowed her to spend up to $3,000 on marketing. She said it earlier. To her discretion, I think with all due respect, we are not going to sit here and nickel and dime each one of, we hire a Kevin Borland to be our civil director, Candy, and other people that are very competent to follow these budgets. I just don't see the need to nickel and dime, because I wouldn't do it to Kevin or any other director.
Okay.
So
I'm familiar with budgets too.
You
I worked on a $26 million budget for the state, okay?
Okay.
But guess what? We don't worry about the library or any committees anymore concerning you, because you refuse to work with us on committees. You withdrew from every committee.
Why don't you get back to your point? Why are you talking about that?
You withdrew from every committee. But guess what? You not carrying your weight with the police jury.
Oh, is that what it is? That's why you made the mistake and then the comment wrong the last meeting? I understand. Mr. President, that shouldn't have been okay. And you should have hit the gavel, Mr. Darrell, a lot earlier when you let him go on. That's uncalled for, very unprofessional.
I think that guys, all right,
You pointed me out, I'm gonna point you out.
But you did it first to me, and I said nothing.
You started it when you first got elected, with that sign.
Yeah, that was unbudgeted. You're right.
With that sign.
Yeah, it was. And the 460 last year on the roads, I didn't bring that up, but yeah, you're right.
You lied in the newspaper, said I spent $10,000 on a sign, which wasn't true. The family paid $4,000, the sign was $5,000 or something. That wasn't true. So you started the whole thing.
Something done wrong, I understand.
Okay, we're not here to air out dirty laundry, guys.
Mr.
Okay?
Darrell, my
All
comments
right,
are trying to be
I think
professional.
I think the librarian.
I was trying to be professional in my comments.
I think the librarian clarified it a while ago. I think we heard, and gosh,
And what committee he's on, Mr. President?
mistakes happen, okay?
committee
Or we
is he
miss
on?
here.
What committee is he on?
I'm on more than a committee. I'm 1/9 of this police jury.
What
You
committee
remember
is he on?
that?
What committee
That,
is
well,
he on?
that's,
You refuse to serve.
all right,
Let the public know that.
okay. All right, so that was clarified today, so I don't think anything else needs to be put on the agenda for that
Because
Tuesday.
you didn't get your weight
Okay.
to get the committee you wanted.
All right,
Committee,
moving
yeah,
along.
you
Number
got it
four.
right. You do.
Number 4, Ms. Wilson.
Yes, so,
But you let him ramble on.
regards to Kenneth Augustine, he had, damage to his truck. And I showed pictures on the last meeting in regards to that. And he submitted in his, the damage claim. I showed pictures where he said he had to get off the road because it was a washout and that was repaired. So he was asking for damages to be paid to him. I see the DA had denied that claim. But I see where if he didn't have interest but to go off the road because part of the road was washed out. I mean, my personal feeling, I feel that, my professional opinion, I feel that it should be paid, but if we can just take a vote on that.
All right,
you all
well,
remember
let's
the pictures.
discuss that. Y'all think, any comments on it?
Oh, Kevin, did you go look at it?
We fixed them the same day.
Yeah, it was fixed the same way.
Within 2 hours after he called the office, they were fixed. And we have the pictures, and we sent the pictures to the police jury and the DA before they fixed them. The washouts were approximately 18 inches off the edge of the asphalt in the grass.
Off from the road,
Right.
18 inch?
Right. And, but they were fixed within a couple hours, whenever he called.
Got a lot of those.
Mr. Charlie, what is our legal, is there a legal, is there any kind of law that specifies wider than what the road is? Do you know of anything?
It's my
We don't own the property, we don't own the road, right? Can you explain?
Once you leave the road, you're at your own risk.
Once you leave the road, and the road is considered either the gravel
And
or the
look,
pavement, is that
If
right?
you saw the washout, you should have slowed down to 5 miles an hour if you wanted to get off the road and go that way. It's my legal opinion that the police jury has no liability for that. So when it says DA denied, that's my legal
Yeah.
opinion.
Okay,
You
gotcha.
can vote how you want. I've been doing this for 23 years and 1 month. I have 11 months to go. And we've had a lot of claims for things like this. And some of them were absolutely legitimate. For instance, Kevin, I don't even know if you were here. At the time, a guy claimed that a truck had gravel come out of the truck and hit the windshield. And I said, if he can prove that, the truck driver admitted gravel was coming out. So I told the police jury they needed to pay. But as far as I know, that's the only one. If you leave the road, you're leaving the road at your own risk. The police jury is not legally responsible.
What's the total amount we talking about? He give you an estimate?
1647, I think.
I
I'm sorry,
like to go on the
1659.
agenda and vote on it.
Okay, so we'll put it on the agenda to vote on it. And put the amount, 1647.
1659.
And I'll be back in town by 5 o'clock next Tuesday. I'm gonna try to get here.
Jenny be here, huh?
Y'all hear my opinion now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to appear, because I think Jenny has to be out. One of us will try to be here, but if not, I gave you my opinion.
Okay. All right. Number 5, Miss Ingrid.
Yes, so Ms. Mary Perry had damage to her windshield, back in October. That's when I first came about. She did come to me. We had been trying to get her to go to the DA's office for her to, talk about her claim and submit it. We've been trying and finally was able to get with her on December 13th, if I'm not mistaken. And we were able to talk with her. She was supposed to submit, her claim, and I didn't get any pictures, I didn't get any claims out, so, and I asked Ms. Jamie if she submitted it, and then was submitted. So, and like, she spoke with the DA in the office stating that, you know, you have to have proof stating that it was done, and we don't have no proof that it wasn't done. So this is kind of a, now this one's,
Any
this
legal
one is
liability
really
based
good.
upon
I feel
the
this.
person who has the injury. Just like Kenneth Augustine, I believe that his he does have road damage. With Ms. Pryor, I believe she has road damage. The question is who's responsible? And it's a good reason to have cameras on the outside of the library, because it could have been a car that passed by. We don't know. And, unfortunately, Ms. Pryor didn't have any kind of proof that it was caused by anybody at the library or a defect on the premises, whether it's a tree or something fell off the roof or whatever. We have no proof of that, so my legal recommendation is that you do not owe the money.
Charlie, if somebody hits my car in a Walmart parking lot, they're not responsible for that, are they?
Walmart's not responsible.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. That's why you have to have proof. If a light fixture falls off with a light pole at Walmart, then Walmart's responsible. But they have a lot of cameras outside, so.
Well, I think that point was made. I think Miss Candy said that they were gonna look into getting some cameras put, but,
It had to be neglect on our end to pay.
Neglect what?
Like say if
We
someone
didn't
fell on the
neglect
vehicle.
nothing.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's nothing.
Yeah.
No
neglect.
I'm saying, yeah.
And not having cameras is not a.
Never had that.
What did it do in 1950?
Right, not having cameras is not a reason.
10 years
It's
ago.
good to have cameras, I'm glad we have them around the courthouse. Now, it makes a big difference. We've had several criminal cases come up, the cameras coming useful, but you're not required to have cameras, it just helps.
okay, so no motion to,
Please, Sam.
no motion to put it on the agenda? All right,
On the other one with the washout, how do we know that this guy didn't lose control of his vehicle and then he left the road? We don't know that either, right?
We don't know that. We do know that he saw the washout and was able to slow down enough to be able to get off the road, but we don't know how slow he went or anything like that. And besides, we're not responsible for the off-road.
But there was another
Right.
vehicle coming and it
You
was
said
to
he
the
had
point where
a
he.
vehicle coming.
Well, I
Right,
understand
another
that.
vehicle's
The
coming
vehicle
out.
was coming, it was on the other side of the road.
And then they have to
He
turn
could've
and
stopped
put the
before.
vehicle.
I'm just saying, he could have stopped before the washout, wait till that vehicle passed, and slowly go on the side of the road. I mean, that's just giving you my opinion.
okay. We'll move on to number 6, Mr. Thomas.
We have a resolution that's been sent by the Tourist Commission from Mr. Carlos Mayu, and they asked that we read this on Tuesday at our regular meeting.
You'll read it for us, okay? All right, number 7, we need a motion to authorize the president to sign a letter to DOTD assuring compliance with the Relocation Assistance and Real Property Acquisition Policies Act Off-System Bridge Program. That's the same one we're doing now, right? All right. Number 8, Ms. Ingrid.
Yes, so, I had a meeting that was called in regards for these are for the civil workers, and it came about that 180 hours, right, it's gonna be allowed. Anything over that will be
160 in comp time.
160 in comp, right.
So you're asking for there not to be that cap on these positions, right?
We recommended at the time that they had, they were able to keep it.
Right, the time they was gonna be able to keep that, but anything over that.
She was,
What I'm saying, the time they had was grandfathered in? That way
yeah,
they could
I
keep
think,
that time?
I think from that meeting though, it was determined that because of our positions, myself and Mr. Kevin, it's kind of hard to put that kind of cap on comp time. And I think that was the consensus of that committee meeting, that there would be really no cap since,
Whenever he's ready.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll talk later, whenever.
What happened?
Yeah, we set a,
Yeah.
we set a date. Anything up to that is,
Beyond.
they keep. Anything after that, they have to be within that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we established that, and what did we say, was it 160 or?
Yeah.
For everybody but Kevin and Jamie.
Yeah, it's 160.
But if they had 200 hours prior, they
Prior,
could keep
they
the
would
two.
still have that.
They'll
That's
still
what-
keep the 200.
And they don't lose it.
I think we're on the
They're
same
supposed
page.
to, yeah, and they're supposed to use that instead of sick leave, so they can use those times.
We want them to try to dwindle it down.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
want them to lose it.
Yeah, but we didn't want them to lose it.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, yes, exactly right. Employees, and we don't have that many that are still over the limit. Except for myself, Jamie, and Laura, I think. However it goes.
Not very
And,
much anymore, but.
So I asked Ms. Ingrid, I said, since I've been here, the chairman of the personnel committee has always said that civil works director, and he always mentioned the secretary treasurer, you know, we're exempt from these sealants because we have so many meetings we have to go to, work so many hours, and y'all know I try to take off as much as I can, but I still have ungodly amount of hours built up out there, you know. And I made no bones about it. Next couple of years, I'm looking at trying to retire. I don't want to lose all this time that I've got, and I don't want to have to be forced to take off a whole year, yeah, or something. I would just like it in writing, like we've said from the beginning. Whenever Mr. Morrow was here, you'd have to exempt certain people who just cannot use it, but make them try to use it. You know, make us try to use it naturally. You know, when somebody retired, like one of my buddies, Wildlife and Fisheries, he's got over 10,000 hours. You know, but that's what I was asking y'all for the ones that just really, we try to use it, but we can't.
You can take off, but then I felt so far behind trying to burn it down because I didn't want to lose it
Yeah, we
at
can
the
only,
end
you
of
know,
the
we
year.
take off a day here, a day there, which is good. We don't hurt y'all when we do that.
Who keeps track of you and Jamie's comp time?
Whenever I fill out a time sheet, it goes to Laura and whoever's the chairman of Road and Bridge. It was Mr. Rose, now it's Mr. Benson. You know, the time sheets get emailed to whoever's the chairman of Road and Bridge, and everything goes to Laura.
It's entered.
And then she enters it into as a total, like she does on every employee.
And what's the policy when you retire in 2 years, the comp time that you have? What is the policy? What happens with that time at that point?
I was hoping to run it out. I mean, I gave the jury my word, but you probably need to put something right for whoever's got more hire behind me. You know,
I remember the school board years ago had this whole thing where they accumulated so many sick days, and then it came up to where it was building these big amounts of money, and then they had to make a change that said you only, look, no matter what you have, here it is, we can't pay out these big payouts.
That was sick leave though, this is come,
But I've got sick annuals the same
No,
way.
the school system,
Yeah.
they pay you for 25 sick days when you retire, and whatever you have left, they roll it in time. So, like,
Rolls
I had
into the
I had a half year in sick leave, and they rolled it over toward my retirement. So that's like Kevin's trying to say, we might need to put something in writing.
Yeah, but years ago, I mean, this has come up so many times. Years ago, and we did all that. It should be in writing now.
Well,
somewhere.
If you're gonna play them, I would suggest we come up with a plan like the school system did. Say, we will pay you for so many days. The rest of it is on you.
Gotta use it.
Yeah, use
Yeah,
it.
and you need to have something in writing.
Yeah.
If you ever
There
hire
is.
somebody
Promise you
behind
there's something right.
and if he's here 10, 15 years or whatever, you're gonna have another accumulation. What I don't wanna see at the jury is like when some of my old employees that we didn't get along when I started here, that had 700-800 hours, and they come in here and say, give me a check.
Yeah, they will.
You know, all at once.
That's what I'm
That's
referencing
what
Right,
they
and
will.
I've already given y'all my word, I wasn't gonna do that. I'll work my time out.
Yeah.
You know, work 3 days a week.
You just
take
exhaust
2,
your
whatever,
leave.
when I get ready, and not leave anybody in a bind.
But if they have it,
You
then
need to
they'll
have
come
something
to you.
in
Yeah,
stone.
we need to have something in
Y'all can
writing.
start, Ms. Ingrid,
There is something.
that's kind of what we talked about.
Well, there is, but then it also said a comp time savings account was to be established. So really, you're telling them you cannot accrue any more than, I think it was 240
240 and 160.
and 160, but then whatever you had over that was gonna go in the savings account. And there's not many.
No, the policy that y'all have on
Yeah.
all of our other employees is fine.
It's just a
We have no
fee. It's
issues
just
with
a
that
fee.
whatsoever. I'm talking about your civil works director's position, your secretary treasurer, and Jamie brought up your assistant secretary treasurer, in that. You really need to have a policy brought up for that, some kind of way to protect the employee and protect the jury.
Sure.
You know, because we've done knocked down everybody. We're not giving out comp like the jury used to do. Whenever somebody works over 40, we pay them the overtime. So my employees in the barn are not accumulating all this comp time that they used to have. They still accumulate annual, and they're using that, and the ones that still have a good bit of comp, they've been using it down every year. And within probably the end of this year or next year, we'll have those guys under your cap, you know, or right at it, you know.
Was the part-timers involved in that discussion also?
No, sir. Well,
We had already
there-
got past the
we'd
part-time.
already passed the part-time.
Yeah, the part-timers have all been taken care of. We have the three part-timers, and we know exactly
We
what they
took care
can
of
make
that.
every year. We have that on spreadsheets with a
They'll be
cumulative total
calculated
every
every
week. When they start getting close to the cap, they gotta shut down.
Yeah.
Keep everything in compliance with social security and everything.
So what motion we asking for here?
Motion just to have something in writing in regards of that, those 160 hours and have,
Those
have Laura,
positions.
Jamie, yeah, Mr. Kevin.
I think y'all already passed the 160 and 240.
Yeah, we did
Yeah, it's
that.
already,
Just
but
have it in writing.
there's nothing in writing for our positions.
Right, so it'd be separate than that.
Yes,
I don't
yeah.
think you, my opinion, I don't think I need to mention the 160 and stuff. I
No,
don't know how y'all
no.
want to do it. You may have to go, it may take y'all a month or two to put this together.
Yeah, because you would have to,
Yeah, y'all may have to, get with the DA, make sure everything's right.
Is it something in writing that we're grandfathering the time that the employees had prior?
there's
to the-
nothing
to the
that
rules?
says grandfathered, it's just saying that there's a,
They're able to keep
savings
it?
account. Mhm. There's a there was supposed to be a savings account that would have been established at the time that that personnel chairman was over that particular subject.
We need to get rid of that?
Well, he didn't win re-election, so it kind of, fell off. So there was never a comp time savings account, and everybody just continued to accrue, which is not many people.
But she's got on the sheets now that you sent, Laura, you've got, what's comp 1, comp 2 or something like that you had in there? So she's got them separated now.
Separated.
So, I think y'all are good on the 160 and 240.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
Sick
the
leave.
in the prior time?
Yes, y'all, that's all been taken care of with a couple months ago when y'all voted on all that. She's got, the spreadsheet that's sent out shows a different
But we just need to put something for the 3 employees?
Whoever y'all
in that?
deem, whoever y'all deem.
Yeah,
Well, it
that's,
was, I think we did,
It was
we
Roy,
discussed
Jamie,
the
and
3.
Mhm.
Was it 3?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Roy, Jamie, and Kevin.
Whoever y'all deem that has to work all these extra hours, like Joey was out all that weekend too, because he sent me his hours, so I'm putting on the spreadsheet for a
Yeah.
possible FEMA reimbursement. I don't know, that's up to you.
So is it just 3 or is it 4 or what?
Three.
3?
Three, civil works secretary, treasurer, and assistant secretary, treasurer.
So not Homeland Security?
No,
So it don't need it.
no. Well, I guess you'd have to recommend a motion to go back to committee.
yeah, it probably would need more discussion as far as the language it should, yeah, what should it say? I mean,
So we put it on the agenda and table it?
probably, well,
Or you want?
You defer
probably
that committee.
just have to have another personnel meeting.
That's, I mean, I don't think we need to discuss this Tuesday night. We can
Yeah, we
Well, you
can come
can
back
take
to
it
it,
off.
have another.
go back and call a personnel committee
We'll
meeting.
just take it off?
Yeah.
Let's get it right now.
Maybe y'all can look at what the school board has.
Yeah,
Fastest.
That way, but it's good, it's out there what they're gonna be discussing, so, okay? Move on to number 9, entertain a motion to authorize the president to sign the cooperative agreement in Department of Veterans Affairs, annual contribution of $28,488.54.
it went up
Yeah, it went up
for a little over 4,000.
over 4,000.
Who's our VA guy? Bob,
Do what?
who's our VA guy?
Cedric,
No, I'm not talking
The
about
jury.
him. Who's on here?
we don't
The
have
VA
anybody.
Chairman, yeah, you create one.
That might be something I need to do then, I guess. You wanna partake in that, Alan?
Yeah.
You took, since
We've been doing that.
you
You
sit
and
up.
I.
Yeah, Alan's I've been working with him, and, been putting it off on Joey, so maybe we'll do that, so we'll add that, put Alan down. All right, number 10, read a memorial resolution for Twine.
I'd like to
Oh,
do
you
it.
take care of that, Mark?
Yeah, I've served with him for 20 years, I'm sure.
28?
I'm sure,
28?
yeah, I'm sure everybody, yeah.
28, Mark, I looked it up.
I thought it was 27.
28.
He was elected in 83.
Yeah, 83.
Yeah.
And he served till, I think,
He
2000.
was there when I,
Read this? It's long.
Let's see.
Okay. I think he can,
He got it.
he can do it with his eyes closed.
He got it.
I think,
might take me half an hour.
well, I think,
No.
Hey, we'll email it to
You'll
you.
have that memorized.
we'll ask for comments from everybody. Everybody needs Twine, and we all got something good to say about him. All right,
Number 11 is review CWEF submissions received from water districts and select a project for the CWEF application. Jacob, you want?
Yeah, I'll just kind of go over the two projects. Do y'all have these in your packets?
I didn't put them, Jacob.
So you sent them to me in email.
They're in the email.
Okay, y'all know about them. I can either hand these out or y'all would just quickly, since we're not voting tonight. Okay, so we received one from Avoyelles Ward 3 Water District, and it's to install a master meter at their ground storage tank. Right now, they don't have a way to monitor the water coming out of that tank, and they're gonna use that to monitor the water, the consumption, and also hopefully to be able to detect leaks. You know, if they notice that the readings are higher sometimes, they can identify that there's some leaks into the system and then start investigating and try to resolve that leak. And you know, there's benefits to that. Obviously, the less water you lose, the more the system saves, the less they have to possibly pass on rate increases to their customers. That project cost is $12,000, which is within our $12,000 to $17,000 range that we think will get funded. They say that's going to benefit all their 900 customers because it's at one of their central locations right by the district's main office on Cocoville Road. Now, I also gave y'all the official request from the district. So I gave y'all a summary sheet and then the actual request that we received from the district. So that's that one. The next one is from Waterworks District Number 1 of Avoyelles Parish in Barlownville. Their project is to rehab a 100,000 gallon ground storage tank near Mooraville. They call it the Mooraville tank. It's on Highway 451. That project, they currently have a ground storage tank that's just aged and starting to, the exterior of the paint's starting to flake off, it's starting to rust, and just before it gets any worse, they want to have it rehabbed. They got a contractor's price, a price from a contractor to go in, clean it, repair the damage, and then paint it, and it's right at $29,124. That's above the amount we expecting to see on the CWEF grant. So I asked them, is the district willing to does the district have the funds to come up with the remainder if we only get 12 to 17,000? They said yes, we do have it, and we're willing to put it up. We're already committed to that. So I don't see any issue with either of these projects. It's kind of which one and this one has an estimated population served of 902 customers. So either one of these are about the same service area benefit.
But we have to choose one.
But we have to choose one, yes. So, you know, one's repairing an existing facility that's in service right now that needs to be rehabbed, and the other one's adding some infrastructure to it to help them just better monitor their system. So it'll be up to y'all to decide which one you want to go with.
Do you have them, what's the word? Do you have them graded as which one needs to be done the worst?
I don't want to be deciding, but at the same, I guess if this was this water system, was one water system and they had both these issues, they'd probably spend their money on the tank that's already in service to repair it. It's the only way I can look at it, saying if I was a water system with both these problems, I'd probably spend my money first on that ground storage tank that needs to be repaired. But, you know.
And that was the Southwest Water in Barlownville, right?
No, sir. Barlownville was the tank rehab,
Okay.
and Ward 3 is the master meter. Southwest, we did not receive anything from Southwest or Spring Bayou Water
Right,
District.
there's only two.
Yeah, we only received.
So Ward 3, have we ever made an application from the police jury on our behalf for CWIP? I only heard of like Southwest Water.
That's the only one, yeah.
So so that's good in a way, because it's two new requests from two water systems that we probably never did a grant for as a police
Yeah.
jury,
And
or
if-
tried for.
And if they had a little more money in the program, I'd say let's apply for both, but it's just not gonna be enough to get both of these funded.
Okay.
So Ward 3, what they need?
Ward 3 needs a master meter on the discharge of their ground storage tank just to monitor their consumption, help them identify leaks, know what they're using. It's good practice and definitely needed, but
It's not a necessary item.
you can run your system without it, obviously.
Well,
but-
Ward 3 is, a lot of their water lines all new.
You know, for leaks, you talking about?
Yeah. Well, I guess that's what exactly it is.
And how much is that one?
That one is 12,000, and the 12,000 for the master meter, $29,124 for the rehabilitation of the 100,000 gallon storage tank for Portland Field.
But they're gonna match it, correct?
They're going to match. Whatever we're
The difference.
short, they're going to put up the difference. So either way, these, both of them sound like they have potential we can apply
We'll have to
for.
choose one though, okay?
And if y'all need copies of this, I can give y'all copies, but you also.
I have the
they it
email
in-
you sent.
Okay.
I don't know if you send that to everybody.
I sent it to all the emails I have.
Okay.
I can give you a copy.
All right, we'll do that. All right, number 12, Jacob.
Yeah, I want to ask to remove this item off the agenda. Kevin and I met today. We should have some numbers, quotes from contractors by the March meeting.
All right. All right, number 13, Mr. Sam.
Okay, we've been asked by the school board to suspend or reduce our fees for permits for the project that's going on in Bay Hills. Most of the projects that they're asking us to suspend are sort of dual use. The water, the sewage, and the parking are the three main ones. And the police jury will actually participate in using those projects. But we've had several requests from government entities to suspend permits, and we have not done it to this point. I asked April to stay so she could give you the numbers that we're talking about. Also, Rapides is willing to basically suspend whatever we're willing to suspend, or certain dollars.
We're asking them to reduce their fees and we'll match by percentage.
By percentage,
So everybody
yeah.
has a package. I put our local fees, the plan review fees, and the inspection fees.
Just had it.
The local fees are the fees that we keep 100% of. The plan review is that's the fees that Rapides keeps 100% of, and then the inspection fees, we get 15% of that. So I put the totals for the three separate buildings that they're doing. Our local fees for all three combined come out to a little over 8,000, and all of the other fees, the inspections and plan reviews, come out to a little over 18,000 for Rapides. So the planning commission wants to ask them to reduce their fees to try to put, off of us taking away from our local fees, and then we'll match.
But this is not like these other proposals, because we're gonna benefit from what they're doing out there, correct?
Well, we're charging ourselves, basically.
Yeah, yeah. So
But-
we're
and
gonna
Rap-
use the sewage out there.
Yeah, we're gonna use the water,
We're gonna
and
use
we're
the
gonna
water.
use the parking.
Yeah, so we're helping ourselves, really. You can look at it like that.
Yeah, you
Parking.
could.
Yeah.
I talked to Matt at Rapides, and they're willing to work with us as much as they can.
So do they want us to waive the whole permit, part of it, or
No,
what?
as much as we can.
As much as we can?
Well, Jay came, he was asking y'all waive it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
The original
but-
request was to waive
All.
all of our fees. He was willing to pay for inspections, but he wanted to waive our fees, which would be the local fees.
Which would be the 80 grand, correct?
Correct.
And this plan came up, and I was there at the meeting. I get the planning commission's consensus was they don't wanna cut.
We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna say yes or no anyway, so they just
Exactly,
send it on,
and
they kick
plus
it to us.
We could override whatever they decide anyhow, so
Yeah.
they're doing their job, okay?
Well, in the total transparency at that meeting, their concern was, okay, so you're telling me on a, $6.5 million.
13
$15 million
$13 million.
project, they can't afford to pay the 8,000, the permit fees to Avoyelles, and to, I think that was kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, Sam, kind of the general consensus that they had with a project that big, were those fees not filtered
They should have been
into
figured
that,
in, yeah.
and how is this even an issue? That's the gist of what I got.
Mr. Frank?
Yeah, just taking in what you guys are saying here. So I'm asking a couple questions. So we have a dual use parking lot, water, sewage that the police jury is gonna have with the baseball field aspect, and then the school board having the building in the front. On the inspection fee, the two engineers are here. You guys are don't you have part of it and you have part of it also? Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
Let me ask you, first and foremost, to get the federal dollars, are these two projects fully engineered and stamped? Right? As part of our tax dollars, which is federal, but it's ours, do you two guys also have to inspect the work that's being done by the contractors?
Yes, sir.
So why will we need to inspect again over a stamped job with federal guidelines that are probably way above Avoyelles Parish? Like, why would it be, I'm just asking, why would it be inspecting again, knowing the guidelines that come with all the red tape of this funding? Why would it be inspecting again? April, Sam, you
I can't
guys
answer
know?
that.
Yeah, but you all inspect the buildings?
Are y'all,
Construction?
Everything, electrical, they have to make sure
But
the
state-
job.
There's state laws that require you to meet building codes. And part of that process is what REPC is providing. And make sure that you got licensed plumbers, licensed electricians. So they're not inspecting every aspect of the construction like we would be. They're coming in at different phases. They're gonna look at your slab, they're gonna look at your framework. They're coming in at different phases to make sure that you meet, that the building codes are met. But I think most of that is part of state law that came about after Katrina.
And then the project, correct me if I'm wrong, in that 13 to 15 million, there's portions of that that pay for your engineering, pre-engineering, and also while the job is going on of construction, then you have a final a plan or a final inspection. Am I right or wrong? So all I'm making a point to, Mr. Sam, is saying there's a pretty good inspection that's there already in these buildings. And if, it's good that if Matt and them want to kind of go downward, but I think that their inspection probably would be fairly minimal. Am I wrong by saying that? Knowing that it's a fully engineered building and you're going by state and feds
They
also?
still have to do their full inspection.
The state is right.
Their criteria.
Y'all not even.
The what?
They have to still meet their criteria.
But that's what a professional engineer is.
They gotta come, y'all gotta start around the states and stop, and they gotta come in and
Act
inspect.
12.
I don't understand why you gotta inspect so much.
It's two separate.
Okay, all right.
No, and I'm just trying to conversate, I'm just asking, because I know it's fully engineered and inspected.
Mr. Kevin?
I can help with that because I argued the same point when I was in the private sector. And when it was fully explained to me, it's pretty much what Red just said. Because of Act 12, you have to have that other inspection done. Now, RAPC is gonna come in when they're doing the slab, they're gonna check the grounding that's running out of the rods, they're gonna check the rods, everything else. His people are gonna be there watching the concrete getting poured, make sure that the vibrations are done right, everything's done right. Correct. RAPC's inspections are what, 18,000 or whatever? And I argued the same thing for 2 years. 18,000. His inspection fees, they may be 40,000 apiece.
Oh, I know.
Because they're gonna be there every
Us
aspect.
taxpayers are already
Right.
paying that, but
Right.
understand
I
why.
said the same thing, but when RAPC comes in and does their stamping, that takes care of FEMA. His inspections only barely take care of FEMA. RAPC does. But you still only have that little bit of steel in there that all get the same thing. But then once you get involved and you see it, RAPC will come in, they're gonna check like I said, that before they pour, they won't even be there really, but then they'll come in, they'll look at the reinforcement, they'll check the grounding, do a little bit of the plumbing.
Make sure the
Make sure it's
rebars
up to
are where they're
code.
supposed to be.
Yeah, and then these guys, they have their people there for the whole thing. It's a two-part process. It's the life we live in now since Act 12 came.
Yep.
And then Robert has to come back for like the open wall electrical.
Oh, yeah, every time there's something,
So
but
he's
these
come back
guys,
later.
inspectors are there every day,
Correct,
8 hours, 10 hours a
Correct.
day. Robert's there 4 times a week,
correct.
So, that's why you got a big difference in inspection. It's not fair.
No, it's not. And then it was just voted on to go and lower on these open, remember the building that came up where the inspection got lowered and lower in the square footage, which if you calculate that over the next few years, it's a much more substantial amount than this.
Look,
Whatever the,
I'm
however the
okay
jury
either
can
way.
vote to
However
discount
y'all
a
wanna
bunch
do
is
it.
all I would get at, just to be fair
But I am
across the board.
actually a proponent of giving other government entities a break. We haven't done that in the past, or not since I've been involved.
And I agree with Sam on that. And, you know, back with the fire district with the substation, though, I think we should have gave them a cut on that. And also Bartlesville, as we pull in the permit pretty soon for the renovation in Bartlesville, they're gonna probably want to cut also. I'm all for helping out, you know, the school board and the fire districts.
And it's like everything we do, once you run it one way, then everybody else is gonna follow.
But we get benefit from this project right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I think, Mr. Benson, you're right. This is different.
Yeah.
Not to give an
Yes or no?
excuse,
Yeah.
but we are combining with the school.
No,
board's
that's
budget.
not true, Darrell. We still have to decide on a percentage that we're willing, if we
No, that's what
break.
this is asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have to come up with that number.
Okay.
If we give them a break, what's the percentage gonna be?
Are y'all gonna hear back from,
Well, we gotta send them a letter first asking them to do it, and we won't know till we send that letter.
that's what I was asking, y'all won't have an answer from Rapides by Tuesday?
We have an answer, but it's not official. They have to be asked by the jury.
Correct,
And that's what we're asking
I
for.
got you.
right,
We
that's what
want-
I'm
we
saying,
want-
but, so you're gonna submit the letter, do you think y'all will have
And
a
we split it
response
with the
by
school board, why
Tuesday?
don't we try to ask for half the fees?
We can't, vote to,
I don't.
do a certain percentage?
If we.
Well, that's what they're
have
at.
the school board have
It's
one
split in
person
half,
say
yeah.
We cut it in half,
I suppose we could.
You could just do cut it in half?
but that takes us.
We can do
us
whatever we
9 to
want.
agree. But I would think
We're like the boss.
I'm looking at the benefits that we're getting, you know, it's not like something else. Let's just keep that in
And
mind.
we combine with the,
Yeah.
the two.
Well, we can request a letter, look at the percentages, let them decide, then we can always, we got the final say in it.
We have the
But
final say.
the inspecting people said that they would match.
No, we
No.
would match.
We would
percentage.
match whatever they
That's
wanted.
what they decide to take over there.
Would they decide to reduce?
But it's
So
not
they're
dollar
gonna
for
get-
dollar. It's a percentage, because their fees are actually way more
Way
than
more.
ours.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot.
So my understanding is y'all waiting to hear from Rapides, what percentage is
We have to ask
Rapides-
We
Rapides.
request, and this
Correct.
motion's to
Y'all
request.
say what
If we do
percentage
50%,
they're willing
Rapides,
to
can you do
reduce,
50%?
And then y'all could reduce to the
Correct.
same amount.
Correct.
Okay.
That's
Does that
my
make sense,
understanding.
Travis?
So if we do 25%, is what, a couple of $1,000?
Well, we need to see
It's not that
what
much.
they're gonna cut before we
I'm just saying,
The
decide.
total permit, she just said it was
Yeah.
$8,000 to $9,000?
For our fees.
Yes, it's 8,000 to
No, we just
9,000
gonna-
so
So if you
Motion
go-
request that letter.
it
You do a
doesn't break
quarter.
the
Okay.
budget of the
You
permit.
talking about 50 or you talking about 25%?
That's what the jury, I think 50.
I say
I mean, it's
50.
not that much money on our part. It would be a lot more when it comes to
A little over
inspection if they
4,000
would
if you
match
do
it.
50.
And we'll have to remember that when,
It's only
when
$4,500 for us.
April's
maybe.
budget gets criticized again.
All right, let's leave it as is. Let's request,
April,
let's
can your
request it.
budget afford to reduce the fees?
We'll send the letter and
She can do
request
whatever we
and
tell
see.
You can't count the money she don't
You
have.
want the permits, huh?
No,
Okay,
Mr. President, can I just
No.
clarify one thing?
Okay.
Just so everybody knows, because we keep saying sewer, I just want to clarify, the sewer is not shared. The ballpark will have its own sewer, we'll have our own sewer.
Yep.
The sewer's not
We
shared.
got,
The shared item.
we got bathrooms at the ballpark.
Yeah, but y'all have your own sewer.
Oh, it's going the other way, isn't it?
I don't remember.
It is. Yeah, you're right.
The
You're
thing we're
right.
sharing on the access drive.
To the gully.
School board's gonna build the access drive, the school board's gonna build the parking, we're sharing. The water line that's going to go across the road from the County Evergreens line and get to our facility will be installed by the school board. So you'll just tie onto it and take it the rest of the way. The electrical infrastructure will be taken all the way to the back of the property to serve our sewer treatment plant. So you'll be able to tie on there. So we're going to build most of the Clico infrastructure.
So we hook it onto the electrical too?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're also acquiring all the servitudes and making all the property lease changes. The school board's paid for all the surveying and the paperwork to make those changes. So there's several things that,
Yeah, we piggyback in
yeah,
without paying.
yeah. So I just wanted to clarify.
all right. Let's go to 14, Mr. Sam. Right.
Okay, we have several projects that we worked on at the planning. And by the way, I'm no longer the chair of the planning commission, just so you know. But we reduced the fees on the demolition permits because we felt like we were asking for too much money, although we want to have some teeth if someone, on the demolition permit, if someone either starts without a permit or doesn't finish. There's 4 bullet points on here that the demolition permit spoke to. We also have a clarification on this is number 15 now, but we also have a clarification on the one lot. We have I think a clarification is the right word.
Scratch 16.
There was
16 went up.
there was some talk of having to come back before the public for a public hearing, but we don't think we need to, because all we're doing is clarifying something that we've already passed.
An amendment of the existing ordinance, correct?
Yes.
So we left 14?
Yeah, I've got a question about that.
But Mr. Sam, if it's an amendment, I thought it had.
Yeah, but this is 15. I've gotten ahead of myself here.
Well, I thought we was on 14.
We are on 14. These are the bullet points, or the things that we're changing in the demolition permit.
But
I have a question in regards to that. So the individuals, they have 6 months, but the contractors have 30.
30 days.
30 days, right, 30 days.
Yeah.
So is the difference between the contractor and individuals, because this is the individual person doing it themselves, and versus contractors have more than one person, that they only have less time?
The contractors, they're gonna come in and do the
Yeah,
job
they
and be
wanna-
gone. If an individual's
Don't wanna
doing it, he
waste
may
no
be
money,
working
they're gonna-
weekends and afternoons.
Y'all think 30 days is sufficient?
For the contractors?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's what I was at. That's what I was
Yeah.
at.
You ought to be able to do that
And
in
look,
about
they
5
all
days.
can ask for an extension to their permit.
Oh, they can?
All of them can.
Okay.
The contractors or the individuals.
Oh, well, that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they're running behind for weather or something, they
Yeah,
can,
that's what I was
they
thinking.
can call up and say, I need more
Okay.
time, and it'll be granted.
Okay, so they can get extended
Yeah.
time.
We'll go ahead and go to 15 now.
Okay, I already did it.
But let me say this, we voted on that in November. We already established the ordinance. This is just clarification, the wording, explaining it, because we all were explaining it, but we didn't have it on paper. Now it's on paper.
And I have to say that Jared Cuvion wrote it, and he did an outstanding job of writing the clarification.
Jared was supposed to be here in November when we had the meeting, but
He didn't make it.
he didn't make it, so a lot of questions, but we had a public hearing that same day, so
He did.
it's a done deal. This is just a clarification. It's not an amendment. It's what it is. It's explained.
Simplifying it.
Do what?
Simplifying it.
Well, I don't know if it's simplified.
No,
but
it is
it's in
simplified.
word. It's
What is it doing?
It's further explaining it, because there are several people that have asked. They've asked, like Heath, what does this mean? Well, Heath can now hand them a piece of paper with it written down on it.
Oh, so we just vote to put this extra language in there?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
it. We just
basically, yeah.
it's just explaining it.
Giving a bit-
And it's
definition.
It's a
not,
definition.
not all an acre lot, it can be smaller.
Yeah. But it's. I think it's in our packet. He's got it down as an amendment, but that
Yeah.
scratch that.
Yeah.
It's
If it's
it
an
is the
amendment,
ordinance.
then it has to go back to a public hearing.
It's a clarification of the ordinance.
All right. So number 17, Mr. Mark.
Wait, before you go to 17.
16.
16.
Yes.
16.
We gotta,
Well,
16.
scratch 16.
Before you
You
go
gotta
to
type it.
17,
Yeah.
let's get over 16.
I know.
If I'm understanding correctly, y'all are making the point that it does not have to go back to a public hearing.
Does not.
Because y'all are gonna go with a clarification versus,
An amendment.
An amendment.
and y'all don't see a potential problem with that.
I don't.
We shouldn't.
We had a public. I'm gonna say why. Because we had a public meeting on the 12th, and there was no opposition. Nobody showed up. So now we're gonna put it back out there, and you know, because it's clarified.
And we're
It's
not
clarified.
changing anything. We're just making sure.
It's
Yeah,
the
sorry.
questions can be answered by everybody now. I was answering maybe different than what Sam was answering questions and so forth, and it clarified. Like I said, Jared was supposed to be there on the 12th, but he didn't show.
the main thing is it's gonna be 1 acre lots.
Go ahead.
That's the main thing, right?
we brought up one thing, that was a house that burned.
Yeah, it's not changing.
Do
Yeah.
we have to get a permit
No,
to clean up? We
No,
have to-
emergency, yeah.
no, because it's demolished. All they gotta do is clean up the mess.
Suppose a tornado or something come through and destroys 10 or 12 houses. Do those people have to get permits?
I would say no, I would,
So that's what they need to, some of the people call, they want that at least written down in case a disaster happens.
put that on your planning commission agenda.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll
That's
do a
We brought it up, but
clarification.
It came up like just for a house. to burn.
I mean,
Somebody had to go clean it up.
If you ask
We-
my
we talked
opinion,
about
that's
a
an
burnt house.
emergency, and plus,
Yeah.
if they could come to planning commission and that,
Yeah.
nobody's gonna tell them, we gonna tell them, don't worry about it, do what you gotta
Community
do.
Get together and help them clean the
Yeah.
whole thing out. You
The
know.
demolition is geared at blighted and abandoned properties. That's where that's
And mainly
demolition
for
geared
properties
for.
that still have, utilities hooked to them.
Yeah.
That's the danger. That's the
danger,
problem.
yeah.
All right. Can we move on now? Okay, number 17, Mark.
Down in the
16.
clerk of court's office, we had trouble with that a few years ago. Everything that's below ground, the moisture's coming in, next to the secretary is down there. And, we did correct part of it where her files are. And what we need to do, get a contractor to come and continue doing that back of those secretaries.
They do, dig it out and waterproof it?
Huh?
They dig it out and waterproof it?
Oh, no, you're not gonna dig out all this.
How do
We
they
did a
fix
couple
it?
years ago, we did it.
Yeah, that,
For the permanent office.
what they gonna do there?
Yeah.
Put some
That was
Bisqueen on.
bad though.
Yeah.
This is not quite as bad.
What they
But
gonna do
what he
with
did, he
Mark?
put some concrete board and painted it, you know, concrete board, the termites can't eat that, and it makes a good job. That's about the easiest way to.
Inside the building, Mark?
Huh?
Inside the building?
No, yeah, you'd have to put it inside.
Inside.
But that port right there is underground, you know, the dirt is up against the building, that's where that moisture seeps in.
Yeah.
Now, that, you know, what he's gonna do to try to seal it, I don't know. But if he puts the concrete board, he said,
It won't rot.
to seal it off.
So all of
So
them need
we
is
can-
concrete board?
Huh?
All it need is the concrete board?
Well, it's a good bid, I mean, it's a good bit of work.
Nothing,
We gotta
no
look,
work done outside?
huh?
No work done outside?
Well, I don't think it pays to do that.
No, just inside.
That's a big deal if you start doing that.
So we gonna go to get bids?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
we
we'll
don't
have
need a
to.
bid? What we need
We'll
to
get some guys to come look at it.
Get some quotes?
He's just gonna make the motion to put it in quotes. All right, anything else need to be discussed tonight for this committee? Huh? Oh, yeah, we had a problem with the HUD truck. It seems like there was no antifreeze put in it, but it was running hot in October before this round. It
But he
was in
took
the
it to the
shop
shop.
for that, went to the shop for that. I don't know if it's fixed, it's in the shop now, but
So I forgot to put antifreeze in it.
if we got a cracked block,
Well, you can throw that in.
I think, yeah, you just need to
Throw that in.
put that at the yard and put it on the demolition
Don't
seal.
we have an extra truck in the parking lot already? The one that Kermit used, that little.
Kermit's got
Colorado
one, don't they?
That's the one
Permits go.
they're using now, the little Jeep.
But then there's a little Chevrolet
Yeah,
truck
that's
that's
the one we're talking about.
Oh, that's the one, that's
Antifreeze
it.
wouldn't, there was no.
Have they
antifreeze.
confirmed the crack?
No, not yet, but, I mean,
If it is, we're not,
Yeah, I mean, it hadn't been bought.
unless y'all wanna pay the overhaul.
It's not a freeze plug or something that popped?
no, it said it kept running hot, but I said, okay, so what was in the radiator? Water.
I had one.
Well, we just went through 9-degree weather with no antifreeze.
Just see what the shop says and we'll go from there.
I mean, it's okay, I'll bring it.
I mean, 'cause
It's already there.
Okay,
It's at,
It's
what's
already-
his name?
Someone's gonna work on the engine.
I thought they took it to what's his name?
Unless somebody did it recently. I was
just
not
went.
told this, okay. So it's either John's or,
It's at, Glenn,
Glenn's, okay.
supposed to be.
Glenn will let us know. All right, being no further business,
Should be a
we're
way to
adjourned.
see if it